Hello, this is Angelus, and I wanted to do this video really quick, so I didn't really get into my recording studio. I'm doing this really quick on the fly at my office slash museum, and I thought this was really important. I wanted to share with all of you. And I want to start off with this question: how many books out of the millions of books out there have you actually read? And how many out of those books have actually inspired you, impacted you positively, immensely, gave you an opportunity for some form of success or advancement in your life, in some part of your life or career? And out of those books, which ones really showed you action steps to take immediately that got you to a next level of financial abundance or success, or maybe even or something socially? To be perfectly honest, I hate reading. So yes, there was a time for a couple of years I was reading on average one book every couple of days. So why would somebody who doesn't like reading read that many books? And because I love educating myself, I love learning, I love improving myself in any way possible. Reading books was, to me, the easiest, fastest way I can do it. Out of all these books, only a few of them actually impacted, inspired me, gave me a purpose in life, a renewed purpose when I was at my lowest at some parts of my life. And so after decades of reading, I realized that if worst case scenario happened, if I lost everything, the only books that I would love to make sure I never lose and I would want to be able to grab physically, I want to be able to grab them and run on the fly. It comes down to all those books, comes down to less than a dozen books I physically carry with me on a regular basis. And I share them with people. And I'm going to share one with you today. And I talked about it earlier about the science of being wealthy. And people didn't believe me. There's a science of being wealthy. Yes, there is a science. And you don't have to believe me. I didn't invent it. I'm just reporting it. In fact, to be more specific, if you see, it's the book written, The Secret, the Science of Getting Rich, The Proven Mental Program to a Life of Wealth by Wallace D. Wattles. This book has been written some time ago, and it is about the science of being wealthy. Now, I can paraphrase it. I can give you my cliff notes on it, but I figured, I'm going to just read it word from word and let the author in his own choices of verbiage describe the process, or at least give you an introduction. And again, the reason why I'm reading this is I'm hoping that this out of one, it's just one, and I'm going to share the other ones in another video later on. But this is one book that has inspired and still inspires me to this day. I still use it as a reference manual. I read the whole book many times, but I go back to it as the different chapters just to refine my mental accuracy and focus, because this channel is all about training your brain and mindsetting. So this is one book out of about a dozen I own that I highly recommend you buy and you read and keep, hopefully read it for the rest of your life, no matter how old you get. So I'm going to read this, and this is primarily what I want to share with you today. Whatever may be said in the praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. No man or woman can raise to the greatest possible height in talent or soul development unless he or she has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he or she must have many things to use. And he cannot and she cannot have these things unless they have money to buy with them. A man or woman develop in mind, soul, and body by making use of things. And society is so organized that man must have money in order to become the possessor of things. Therefore, the basis of all advancement for men and women must be the science of getting rich. The object of all life is development, and everything that lives has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of obtaining. Man's right or woman's right to live in life means his and her right to have the free and unrestricted use of all the things which may be necessary to his or her fulfillment, mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment. Or in other words, his and her right to be rich. I think that is so profound. And I remember once, for those Star Trek E's out there, or Trekkies, as they call them, there was one movie they were made where Picard, one of the captains of the Enterprise, encountered the Borg, and in this series, they went back in time. In the process, he met another captain, brought this captain from the 21st century onto the 23rd, 24th century ship. And the captain from our time is looking at this magnificent ship, and she said, what country of resources what wealth of what country did you use to build this ship? And Captain Picard would say simply, well, we don't have monetary system in our times as it is in your time, so the dynamics are different. And she responded by, well, then what do you do if you're not looking to acquire money? And he said, well, individually and on a community level, the purpose now for us is to develop ourselves, to make the best part of ourselves possible for ourselves and for the good of the community. That's what United Earth is all about. It's not about acquiring wealth. It's about acquiring self-actualization. I paraphrased that part of the movie, but that was a profound statement made in a sci-fi movie. And for you Star Trekkers out there, Trekkies, go check it. It's good entertainment, at least. At best, it's very profound because it's stating right there in that scene that we have the right to be rich. It's not about financial richness or wealth. It's just a means to an end. It's not the end journey. It's not the purpose of our existence. No more than the gasoline is the purpose of a car. It's just needed for the car to get to its destination. So I hope this video has inspired others to go buy the book, read the book. And if you have comments or you have been inspired immensely by this, let me know in the comment field. Also, subscribe or hit the icon bell. So when I have other future videos similar, you'll be notified immediately. With that, I'll let you guys go. Take care.